wow, the game was exciting for a while, but Georgia just could not keep up. So, story of the night is Georgia's defense never really got off the bus. Georgia got absolutely destroyed in the second quarter. They scored 24 points. Georgia only scored 14. The game really got out of hand quickly for Georgia after that. I think at one point there was 5 consecutive drives where Alabama scored. Stetson Bennett really struggled in this game. This was very poor game planning, in my opinion, by the Georgia coaching staff, especially the offensive side. Man, it was just this was just unacceptable performance, really. What you're looking at is Stetson Bennett, who's really only thrown over 20 passes a couple of times in his career. The game plan was to come out and throw the ball 44 times, apparently, for a 65% completion rating, averaging 7.3 yards, 3 touchdown passes, one of which was on the 2-yard line, and 2 interceptions. His longest pass all game was 37 yards. That's not going to cut it against an Alabama style team. It's just not. Stetson Bennett at 5'11", 190 pounds. I understand that the Georgia coaching staff wants this guy to be the big go-to guy, but because he can scramble. But John Gibson says Bennett has never won a game where he has thrown more than 27 times. I absolutely believe that stat. This is a clear indication for those of us that have been a JT Daniels fan as to why JT Daniels should have played. Alabama was not intimidated by Georgia. They came out and they played hard all game long. Georgia had a chance to win this game early on. At one point, Georgia had according to the simulator here that ESPN has, right on an 83% chance to win the game. And then after that, it was all downhill. First quarter, we get a field goal out of Pod Lesney. Then Georgia gets a touchdown. Alabama gets a touchdown. Alabama gets a touchdown. Alabama gets a field goal. Georgia gets a touchdown. Alabama gets a touchdown. Now, Georgia's defense did adjust accordingly in the third quarter. Did well in the first quarter. Did well in the third quarter. But that second quarter just absolutely killed Georgia. That's really what put the game away. They were consistently keeping drives alive. On the stat side of the board, Georgia put up 449 yards, 536 yards in total offense for Alabama. Time of possession was favored by Georgia. Georgia had the ball for 34 minutes, Alabama only 25. UGA even had more first downs, 30 first downs to 25 first downs. But the fact is that Georgia just could not consistently score when it needed to, couldn't convert when it needed to. Painful and hard to watch, frustrating and very much annoying to see that the Georgia's defense was not prepared. I don't understand how Georgia's defensive coaching staff knew that this was the team we were going to be playing all year and would not accommodate for this. Zero Cool asked, what in the heck is going on with JT? I don't know, but he never even grabbed his helmet. They never had him warm up. They never had him throw. Terrible. Grayman says, do y'all even beat Cincinnati? Not playing like that, you won't. You won't beat much of anybody. Laughing out loud. Kirby is trolling us. He puts in 5'9" Stetson Bennett out there time after time. I don't understand what the deal is here as far as putting in a quarterback who's having that kind of performance in big games. I understand that some people like the story, but the story is that you lose. So Georgia's third down efficiency was 3 for 12, which was 33%. Or 25%, not that great. Alabama converted 50% of the time. This is what I was talking about, the offense not converting when it needed to. Georgia went for it on fourth down 4 times, only got it twice. Total passing yards, 340 yards passing, which is the most yards Stetson Bennett has ever thrown for. Then you've got Bryce Young throwing for 421. On paper, you might say 340 yards, that's really good for Stetson Bennett. No, it was not what we needed, especially throwing the interceptions. That absolutely killed us. Georgia and Alabama both rushed about the same, 109 to 115 yards. Average per rush was about the same, 3.6 to 4.4. We all kind of suspected that. I was a little bit upset with this decision to stop running the ball. Georgia at one point was running the ball very well. I think it was in the early in the first quarter, or might have been early in the third, but we stopped running the ball altogether, and it just became unattainable. You always find a way to play the wrong quarterback. You know what? You're right. We got multiple 5-stars sitting on the bench, and we played a 3-star walk-on.